Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jessica. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. It is my rolling project pan update, and I'm going to tell you all of the items that I am trying to finish up or hit a specific goal on during my panning project for the year. In this project, I always have about 10 items that I am trying to either finish up or meet some kind of goal on, and I have a lot of empties to share with you this update, so I'm really excited to get this video started. And if you're new here, if you're just finding me, welcome. I do have a fresh haircut today, so I am looking a little bit extra, and I also have a new camera, so hopefully that's looking a little bit extra nice as well. I'm just excited to be sitting down and using this new camera finally. If there's any weirdness, that's why. I don't even know how to use this thing yet. I'm figuring it out. So far, so good, kind of. We're doing okay. But I'm excited to share this update, so I'm just gonna jump right on into it. But before I do, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you in my little community of YouTube. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a quick thumbs up before you forget. Let's get into the video. First item is the foundation that I'm currently trying to finish up. This is the Clinique Even Better Clinical Foundation, and I've had this in the project since January of this year. So I'm not going to show you any update videos for this one because it's very hard to see through the packaging, but I will tell you the original weight on this foundation was 138.6 grams. Last month it was weighing 122.16 grams. That was after 78 uses. I only used it 6 times this month, which is kind of unbelievable. I was really focusing in on other items and just not really feeling a heavy foundation for this past few weeks, so I didn't get a ton of use on it, but I at least got those 6 uses. I now have 84 uses total, and in those 6 uses we went down from 122.16 to 120.79. I used 1.37 grams of product, and I will be bringing this with me to my upcoming trip to Disney World, so I'm hoping to get a lot of use on it there. It is a heavier foundation, but it lasts really well. I'm not sure how it will hold up in the Florida humidity, but we'll see. It might be a little bit of a disaster. I'm hoping that if I go in with just the tiniest amount, I might be able to get away with it. So I know this one will be finished before the end of the year, but I'm taking my time on it right now, and I'm actually okay with that. The next item was the Coty Airspun powder, and I actually don't have the packaging for that anymore because if you've watched my empties video, you already know that I did empty out that powder. But I do have that little container that I was keeping the last remaining bits of product in, and I can show you that this is now completely empty. Here's what the container was looking like over the past few months. I decanted the remaining of the Coty Airspun powder into this because that packaging was falling apart, and as of last month I had just the smallest amount remaining, and I probably should have rolled it out. Here's what it's looking like today, and this was after only 4 more uses of this product to get me to that empty. Really happy this is gone. I'm never gonna deal with that crappy packaging ever again. Maybe some other crappy packaging, but not the Coty Airspun packaging. In total, I used this powder 109 times to use it up, and I can't give you all of the weight comparisons because of the changing of the different packaging, but last month it was weighing 28.16 grams, and today it's weighing 27.45 grams, so I used 0.71 grams of product. Next item is the blush that I'm currently panning. I thought I'd be brave and bring in a little mini blush to try and finish up this year, and I'm kind of regretting my decision, but this is just a little bit of an extra challenge for me, which is okay. I should embrace that a little bit. Here's what this blush was looking like when I brought it into the project in January. It was weighing 13.14 grams. From month to month, you're not going to see much progress. It's really hard to tell, especially in the video, I think. Maybe in person, I at least can see the sides getting a little bit lower, but I don't know if you can really tell that from the video footage. Here's what it was looking like last month. This is after 88 uses in the project. It was weighing 12.84 grams. I reached for it 23 times this month, making for 111 uses total. Here's what it's looking like today. Today it's weighing 12.79 grams, so I went down 0.05 grams. And I do think I'm starting to see just a little bit more of a difference starting to appear on this pan, but it's really hard to tell. I can definitely notice it getting lower along the edges, but again, it's such a small little pan of product that I think once I do hit pan, it's going to be a very massive pan. I'm really wearing away the product quite evenly, so I'm not really seeing any major dips forming or anything satisfying like that to share, which is a little unfortunate, but at least I know I'm getting use on it. We're seeing that weight difference happen, and I'm going to continue to power through with this one and hopefully get at least a pan on here eventually during the course of this year. My other long haul challenge item for the year is the Cailyn Eye Polish. This is in the shade Orchid, and I'm just trying to use this as much as possible during the course of the year and see if I can get close to making a dent in it. at least a dent would be nice to see in this one. It's almost impossible to see visual progress on this, so I'll just update you with the weights. When I brought this into the project in January, it was weighing 16.6 grams. As of last month, it was weighing 16.53 grams. I reached for it 21 times this month, making for 89 uses total, and today it weighs 16.49 grams. So I am down 0.04 grams, which is actually a big jump for me in this product, and I'm feeling a little bit motivated by that. In total, I'm only down 0.11 grams, which feels incredible after 89 uses, but it just goes to show these pigments do not mess around. I actually have this on my eyes today as one of my only eyeshadow shades. I went in with Incense from my Pan Those Eyeshadows project in the crease, and then this all over the lid as well as in my inner corner. Just a really simple, easy look because I had to run over to the hairdresser at 9 a.m. this morning. So I just wanted to slap something on, get some use on this, and it's actually really pretty. Maybe I should reach for it a little bit more that way, but you all know that I'm working on a lot of eyeshadows, so for me to integrate this in is just, you know, adds to that challenge of panning other things. It's all a balancing act that I'm playing here, and I'm just happy to see that this is getting some use, and it's just kind of an experiment on how much I'll be able to use through the end of the year. I know I'm not gonna be able to finish it up. I don't even hope for that, but we'll see what happens by the end of December. Next item I'm panning is a primer. This is the Loreal Magic Perfecting Base. I'm trying to use this up entirely. I had no intention of doing so. I was just going to hit pan on it when I first brought it in, but I hit pan pretty quickly, so it just kind of motivated me to keep going on it and try and use it up entirely. Here's what it was looking like when I first brought it into the project back in February. It was weighing 65.16 grams. I believe I hit pan on this within 2 months of working on it, and I have just been gradually expanding that pan ever since. This is not something to reach for every day, but it is something nice to use when I want my makeup to just be a little bit more polished and put together. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 61.08 grams. I reached for it 21 times in the past month, making for 64 uses total. And here's what it's looking like today. Today it's weighing 59 grams. I've used 2.08 grams of product in the past month, and I've used 6.16 grams total since February. So I'm really happy with the size of this pan right now. I think I'm getting close to the end of this product. I definitely have quite a bit in the corner there, but the pan is getting quite shallow and spread out, and I will have no problem to continue to reach for this and empty it in the next coming months. Especially in the summer, a product like this can really be helpful with just making your makeup last a little bit longer and look a little bit more smooth on your, I don't know, more oily, dewy skin that we get in this warm weather. So I think this should be empty probably by the end of the summer, maybe September time. But I'm not rushing it. I'm just kind of along for the ride here. My next empty for the month is my NYX Born With Me Serum Concealer. So I'm so happy this is now empty. This has been my main coverage for the past several weeks, and I've been loving using it that way. I like it more for that function than I do as a concealer, so that's why I've gotten a lot of use on this and almost no use on my other foundation that we're panning. So here's what this was looking like when I brought it into the project in March. It was weighing 18.06 grams. I've been making good progress on this concealer as it's been in my project. It's been my everyday concealer, if not more. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 14 grams. I reached for it 28 times in the past month, making for 81 uses total. And here's what it's looking like today. And as you can see, it is completely empty. I cannot pump anything else out. It now weighs 11.82 grams, so I used 2.81 grams of product in the past month, and in total I used 6.24 grams of product since bringing this into the project. So another rollout, very exciting. I didn't love it as a concealer, but I'm happy I was able to find a way to enjoy it using it in a different way. It's not something I'm gonna repurchase, but I'm glad that I got to try it, and I'm glad that I now get to try other things. Next I have the lipstick I'm panning. This is the Rimmel by Kate Moss lipstick, and this is in the shade 32. It's a pretty peachy pink shade. I have it on my lips today, paired with some more nude tone, so it's not like as bright as it normally looks. Here's a little swatch of it there. I feel like my lights are too bright. So yeah, you can see the swatch a lot better now. Woo, see, I'm testing this new camera out. It's more sensitive than my other one. But yeah, you can get a good look at it there. So I am very happy with my progress on this one. Let me show you what it's been looking like the past couple months. Here's what it was looking like in April when I first brought it into the project. It was weighing 14.52 grams. Here it was last month after 20 uses in this project. It was weighing 14.09 grams. I reached for it 23 times in the past month, both as a lipstick and a blush, making for 43 uses total. Here's what it's looking like today. Today it weighs 13.52 grams, so I've used 0.57 grams of product in the past month, and I actually think there's going to be quite a significant jump from last month to this month. It's getting to be quite petite, this little nubbin. I love when it gets to this stage. I just think it's so adorable, and I'm excited to continue to work on this. I think maybe 2 more months of heavy usage might be able to get me there, and I'll be very satisfied to be rolling out a lipstick, but that day is not today. I've also been drawing this in my notebook to keep track of it visually for all of you, and you can see here we were at the beginning, and this chunk here is what I was able to use in the past month. So I think if I'm able to keep on pace with that, 1-2 more chunks, and I should be able to get there. So very excited about that one. It's been perfect for this time of year. I've really been enjoying it as a blush, and it pairs well with other lipsticks, so it's been pretty easy to reach for. Next item is from Hourglass. This is their Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Dim Light, and my goal for this is just to hit pan on it, which has been my goal for about 2 years now, and it continues to be a goal. Here's what it looked like when I first brought it into the project in April. It was weighing 85.23 grams. During the first month, I reached for it 44 times. It was weighing 84.88 grams and looking like this. And I reached for it 23 more times, making for 47 uses total. Today it weighs 84.28 grams. I've used 0.6 grams of product, and here's what it's looking like today. And as you can see, we do not have a pan yet. Still no pan. I can't believe it. I mean, I can, but I'm also just wondering, will this pan ever come? This is never ending. I will say that those little air bubble holes that I had noticed in this powder before are becoming less apparent, so I think I am getting a little bit closer to the bottom of the product, but no pan in sight. Maybe I'm hoping 2 more months. If it takes longer than 2 months to hit pan on this, I'm going to be very frustrated and a little bit surprised, but at this rate, you know, it might just be with me for the rest of the year. We shall see. I use it every single day, and this project helps me to remember that, and that's the only way I'm gonna get use on it, is if it's in a project like this, just because it's not really something that I really need or enjoy so much anymore. I think it's mostly just the shade. There's other shades of this powder that I really love. The diffuse light is my favorite. This one is just not really for my needs. It's a little bit too pink, I think, but if I use it just like over like my bronzer blushy area as a finishing powder, that's the best way for me to get away with it. So that one is staying in, hopefully not too much longer. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm always working on panning my sample items in this project. It's kind of like my little background project on top of my rolling project pan, and a way for me to remind myself to use up my sample products. So I have 2 little travel size items here that I was finally able to empty. This one from Shiseido is their clarifying cleansing foam. This was in my project for 2 months, which is unusual for me for a sample or travel size product, but there was just a lot of cleansing foam in there, and it's kind of a more harsh cleanser, so I didn't use a ton of it when I did reach for it. I ended up keeping this in the shower as my reminder to reach for it, and I finally emptied it by using it that way. When I first brought it into the project, it was weighing 58.53 grams and looking like this. As of last month, it was weighing 35.95 grams and looking like this. And then today, it's weighing 12.04 grams, and as you can see, it is now completely empty and squeezed out. I didn't cut it open. I didn't think that was necessary. I think I got my money's worth since I didn't spend anything on this, and I'm happy to say it's gone because it's just not really the right cleanser for me, but I got some use on it, so that's great. Even though I didn't finish my last travel size sample item, I brought in another one last month just to kind of keep my momentum going. This is the Verb body wash. This is another one that I've just been carrying around for longer than I need to, and it's about time that I used it. I stuck it in my shower, reached for it as my daily wash, and this one was pretty quick and easy to finish up. When I first brought it into the project, it was weighing 72.58 grams, and today it's at 12.88 grams, so I used 59.5 grams of product in this little tiny bottle here, which is kind of amazing that they fit that much in here. Sounds heavy when you say it like that. And these last 2 items came to the project just last month. The first one is from e.l.f. It's their Halo Glow Liquid Filter, which is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. A great product. Really have been enjoying reaching for it. I use this to mix in with foundations as a primer beneath my foundations, sometimes just by itself, and I like it all of those ways. This isn't the oldest product in my collection, but the cap is starting to break a little bit and kind of fall apart, so I figured I might as well use it up before it completely falls apart. Here's what it was looking like last month when I first brought it into the project. It was weighing 128.19 grams. I reached for it 17 times in the past month, and today it weighs 120 125.65 grams. So I used 2.54 grams of product, and here's what it's looking like today. And you can see that little jump that we've been able to make. I've been marking this with a grease pencil to track it, and that's actually a pretty good jump. I'm actually surprised I was able to make that big of a jump with just 17 uses, and I'm excited to keep working on this one. It's going to be great for the summertime, and I'm just happy that I'm getting the use on this product. I really, really love it, and I probably would repurchase it once I empty this one out. But I'm thinking it's probably going to be with us for close to the remainder of the year. And the last item is an eyeliner that I'm panning. This is from Urban Decay. It is their 24-hour Glide On pencil. It's in the shade 0, which is their black shade, and it's so teeny tiny that it's difficult for me to even show to you right now. Here's what it was looking like last month when I first brought it into the project in May. It was weighing 3.62 grams. I reached for it 27 times. That's pretty much my everyday eyeliner with all those uses. Today it weighs 2.89 grams, and here's what it's looking like today. I've used 0.73 grams of product, and I've sharpened it quite a few times. It's getting to be quite small, and I think I'm getting to the point very soon where this will be very difficult or impossible to sharpen, but that day is not today. I think I might have like 1 or 2 more sharpens left in this eyeliner, so it's going to stay in the project, but I have no doubt that this will be gone and empty by the next update, and I'm just excited to have gone through a black eyeliner and decrease my eyeliner collection very soon by 1. So we have those 2 makeup products rolling out, the Coty Airspun powder, which is not in the packaging, but that's what I finished up, and the NYX Bare With Me Serum Concealer. And I also finished up those 2 travel size items, and that means I'm going to be rolling in 2 full size items to finish up or hit a goal on, and I'm going to bring in just 1 sample size item to replace these 2, because I always want to work on at least 1. So let me tell you what those items are. I'm kind of excited about them. The first one is from Coty. This is their Cloud Set powder in the shade Feathery, and this is actually a newer item in my collection. I think I got it around the holiday time last year, so I was not in a hurry to pan this and finish it up, but the inevitable happened. That little delicate plastic clasp that everyone talks about easily breaking, it happened to me. It broke. The little tab just chipped off, if you can kind of see there. Yeah, so that's where the tab was. It chipped off and is gone, and it no longer seals correctly. It just flops open. So I need to get through this before the product just makes a mess everywhere in my vanity, and this is a great project to help me do so. So here's what it's looking like today. I have just scraped off a little bit of hard pan from this product to make it a little bit easier for you all to see, but there's still a little bit right there, and that's okay. I know that I'll be able to easily scrape that off when I need to. I still have quite a good amount of product in here. You can see the dome is not quite worn down. I mean, I have a lot of use on it, but there's still a lot of use left to go, but I'm excited to track it with you guys. I haven't panned a pressed powder in quite a while, and this is actually a product I really love and enjoy, so I'm going to be happy to reach for it on a regular basis. I'm really sad about the packaging though. I wish that the Coty's packaging was just a little bit better quality, especially for, you know, a powder that gets banged up a lot and used a lot and opened and closed a lot. It should have an enclosure that makes it easy to do so without falling apart, especially if you're paying a more high-end price like you are with Coty. Just my opinion. But I'm excited to pan this one with all of you. And for the record, today this powder is weighing 75.16 grams. And while going through my makeup collection and just thinking about what I have excess of, I decided to reach for a lip liner to work on. This is in the shade Dohi, and it's like a really pretty peachy pink shade. It's actually quite similar to the lipstick I'm panning, and they pair really, really well together. So that is a swatch of Dohi there for you. It's very bright, very colorful, perfect for the summer season. So I'm not going to try and finish this up entirely. I think I might be able to pretty easily if I really wanted to, but instead I'm going to put a usage goal on this lip liner and put it at 50 uses. I think if I reach for it consistently during the months of June, July, and August, I should easily be able to hit that 50 use goal, especially if I'm pairing it with the Rimmel London lipstick. And in the past, I have been able to finish up a ColourPop lip liner around 50 or 60 uses. So if I don't finish this up entirely, I should get very, very close, and maybe I'll just, you know, have the final motivated push to finish it entirely. But for now, I'm just going to set that usage goal. I don't want to force myself to reach for this in the fall or winter season. I don't think it's going to get to that point. We'll see. But it will be fun to track a lip liner with you. I think it's really fun to see the progress on these. And these are really good lip liners. And this is probably the oldest one I have in my collection. So it's a great excuse for me to reach for it, get it used, and, you know, try and work down my lip liner collection as much as I can. And last but not least, the sample item that I am going to pan this month is from Dionys. This is their Goat Milk Skincare Lotion. And this, I think, is for your body or your face. I really can't tell by reading about it. It's called their Skin Smoothing Goat Milk Body Lotion with retinol. So the retinol makes me think that maybe it's for your face, but it doesn't say anywhere on the packaging where to apply it. It just says like apply to the body. Doesn't specify face, doesn't specify not the face. So what do y'all think? Think I can use this safely on my face? My skin is pretty tolerant these days, so I might be able to get away with it. I might just try it one night and see how it goes. Definitely don't want to use it during the day because of that retinol. It says on the back, our goat milk lotion with retinol will hydrate, soften, and improve your overall skin. Okay, overall. So I guess that's all over the body, right? This lotion will smooth and refine your skin's texture and enhance skin's radiance. I'm assuming that would mean on your face. Our intense moisturizing formula will absorb into your skin and no greasy residue for a silky soft after feel. Directions say apply this goat milk with retinol at night, no more than once per day, can cause skin irritation, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I really think it is for your face. I really do. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to put this in as my nighttime lotion for the next few weeks. Maybe I'll bring it with me on my trip and use it up that way and share with you how that all goes by the next update. But this is the last sample item in my plan to pan list for 2024. I have obtained a few other samples in other orders that I've made this year, so I haven't used up all of my samples, but at least all the ones that I started the year with are now close to being finished. So that does feel very satisfying, and I'm excited to try this one. I remember using one of their foot creams, I believe it was, and I really, really liked it. So if I like their foot cream, maybe I'll like their face cream. I will let you know. And for the record, this is weighing 22.54 grams. So that is all for my rolling project pan update for the month of June. June is a big month for me. It's my birthday on June 5th. I'm going on a trip to Disney World with my husband and some of my closest friends. And I am also buying a cabin in the woods with my husband that him and I are going to be closing on this month and going to go up and start enjoying. And it's also the end of the school year. I get to start summer and start enjoying that freedom of the sweet, sweet summer break that as teachers work so hard for and enjoy so, so much. So I'm feeling very excited to everything that's to come. I'm taking my camera, this new camera here, with me to Disney World, and I plan on vlogging it. So if you are interested in some Disney vlogs, definitely stay tuned for those. I'm excited to create them for all of you and take you along on my Disney trip and share with you all the fun that we're about to have. We are huge Disney files in this family, so there's going to be a lot of fun stuff to share. And we are resort hopping on Walt Disney World property, so I'm very excited to share all of that fun stuff as well. So if you're excited for that, leave like a little castle emoji in the comments or just say hi. I love hearing from all of you. I hope you're doing really well wherever you are in the world that this video finds you, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. But until then, bye!